What's up guys, it's me Trash Salsa. Welcome back to another video, and today I am recording on the mini tripod. I believe this is the very first video recorded on the mini tripod, which came with my big one. So today I'm doing like a mini series on my little computer fan collection. This sounds a little weird. So my main fan collection just consists of box fans and like old like 80s like the little desk fan I have, but mainly just box fans because that's all I collect, and like the two in the background as you can see. And I have a lot of computer fans. I've had them over the years for like cooling off the computers I had, my PS2. So I had just used it for cooling fans really. I came down to it, and from my grandparents' house and my house, now that I came here, I kind of put them all together, and I ended up having 6. So I'm like, I didn't realize, but I kind of had like a mini collection. So I figured I'd go over the fans one by one. The one fan catastrophically failed the other day. I tried to repair it, and I ended up breaking it, so there won't be a video on that. However, the next day after I broke one, I went to Goodwill and I found another one just like it that was blue. So I technically have 7, but since one of them broke, you won't see it, so I'm just telling you. Then I didn't realize this, so I checked eBay. They actually made these types of fans in the 80s, but they're little 3-inch fans, and they had like a C-frame shaded pole motor, but they're very similar in design. They had the similar legs with the little rubber pieces, and they had 5 blades, which is kind of interesting. So I ended up ordering 2 of those, and they should be in the mail soon. So I figured before those come in the mail, just for some basic context, now that I'm trying to add to the collection, another mini collection now, I should start off with a little bit of a series. So I'm starting off with this fan. This fan was kind of a wacky one. I figured it was a perfect way to start it off. So this is an unbranded, cheap, like, I don't even know where it came from, probably like a dollar store fan. I think it came from like Dollar Family or whatever, what's it called, Family Dollar. I don't even know where it came from. I think it was like from some Family Dollar or something is my guess, years ago. And I had modified it a little bit because it's so cheap it would just break or have all these problems. So this one was a little bit modified, so it's a lot better. And it was my PS2 cooling fan for a while, and then when I came here, that wasn't that job anymore. So yeah, so I guess we can just go over it. The mini tripod, just to show how small this is, my hand, if I stand it up, I mean, it leaves the frame. And that just is comparison how big the fan is. My hand is taller, you know. So let's go over it. And these videos shouldn't be too long. They're all like the same thing. So we have your typical front grille. And these blades are aluminum. They're so thin. It's almost like aluminum foil. And if I had to make a guess, it feels like the aluminum in like a can of soda. Like if you cut that up into like the shape of the blades, it feels like that. It's very light. It's not like other fans, it's very light. So yeah. The screws, the original factory screws did not fit the fan anymore. So there was a point in time where I would actually just pick up the fan and the front grille would fall off. So last weekend I ran to Home Depot and got some new screws along with some matching nuts and brass, which I think looks pretty cool. And that leads us to the rear of the fan. These are all 1-speed fans, by the way. This uses a little DC motor, like you see in one of those like little hand, like O2 Cool fans that use one of those little DC motors, which I was very surprised by. The motor just runs from that little switch. It's inside here. And then this plastic disc attached to the blades is attached to the motor, and that plastic disc is what holds the blades. So really it's just one of those tiny little like DC motors. Very surprised to see that. The other fans I have like a real motor. The older ones, like the blue one I have is from 2011. It's got like a little shaded pole motor, which is kind of cool to see. It's like a little mini version of like what these fans would have over here in the background. So, yeah, this fan's like a gray color. I had not polished the blades, but I did clean them pretty well. The stand has these little rubber pieces on it where they attach. This one fell off on the other side. And the metal actually had broke where that was. So I had this glue there. You can see there's a gap. So, a little annoying. I don't know if you can see the motor in there. It's very small. It's actually a very small motor. There's the stand. Pretty self-explanatory, a baby little fan. It is USB, by the way. I'm using an adapter. So this is a USB fan, does not plug in. On the kilowatt meter, it runs like 0.08. It runs like nothing. And, so without further ado, I guess we'll turn it on. And tipped over because it's sitting on the carpet. Yeah, these fans don't sit too well on the carpet because the carpet's so bushy, so they tip over. Now, the blades are making a lot of noise, and I want to clarify that. Runs pretty nice. So you're probably thinking, why are the blades making that sound? Well, the blades actually are wobbly. So the blades sit on that plastic disc, but they do this. They wobble whenever you move the fan. And I did try to tighten them as much as I could. They just use a little Phillips screw to hold them in. And I tightened it as much as I could, but the aluminum just must be bent weird. Because it still managed to, like, do this. And that's what you're hearing. So let's turn it off. It wobbles like that. It does not hit the grill. I want to make that clear. It's not hitting the grill. It's just the blades are really wobbly. See it, right? So they wobble. See that? So nothing bad. You can see the screw in there. I did tighten as much as I could. Nothing I can do. I can't glue it either because there's like a little gap between that and the disc, as you can see. So it doesn't bother me. I actually kind of like the sound because it's very unique and it kind of makes it's like almost like my Dominion. My Dominion does a similar thing where when it turns off, it makes all these weird like knocking sounds, and it just kind of adds to the feel of the fan, in my opinion. So yeah, that is my little unbranded fan. Sorry if this video was like 8 minutes long. This is the first one in the series, so it's got its own introduction. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, see you guys in the next one, and yeah.